What is going down, my YouTube family? It is your boy Zary, back at you today to bring you another video in the Noob series for demons. I hope everybody's doing okay. It is a very early Wednesday morning here in New York, so just wanted to get this out for you guys to see. Sorry if I sound a little weird, a little bit under the weather. Not too bad though. So, before we get into the next demon here, just a reminder, if you're not part of the XMG family, you should be part of that XMG family. Click that subscribe button so you don't miss out on anything coming your way. So let's jump into the next demon, Puncherface. Alright, Puncherface is a clans, demon, fighter, warrior, and a traveler. Let's check out his stats. His physical damage, which he does, is at 2871. His critical chance is at 24.18%. That is pretty good for a starting crit chance rate. His health is at 19,502, which is pretty low. His physical armor is at 29%, but his magic armor is under 20% at 19.89%, so that is a concern for me. His shield is at 26,435, speed is at 139, that is above average. Potency at 25%, tenacity at 19%, lifesteal at 10%. So just looking at his base stats, some things that got me concerned right out of the bat are his low health and his low magical armor, which means he's a squishy kind of DPS character, so we got to keep that in mind when we look at his move kit. So looking at his move kit, his first ability is Punch. It deals 240% of physical damage to an enemy, 65% chance to recover 20% turn meter. So that 65% chance there, that really doesn't have anything to do with potency, so it's really just physical damage, and he's recovering his own turn meter, which is nice on a basic. His second ability, Not in the Face, deals 400% of physical damage to an enemy, 50% chance to gain haste for 2 turns. So again, that has nothing to do with potency, so it's just physical damage. Third ability, Earthquake, deals 210% physical damage to all enemies and inflicts taunt for 2 turns. Absolutely love this ability. I think it's really cool. If you can't get by an enemy tank, this is a really cool move. I like it quite a bit. And his passive is called Demonic Haste. Puncherface gains a speed increase of 20. So that is huge. Giving himself 20 speed, that's like a whole rune to itself. So that is really cool. So what did we learn about Puncherface? Honestly, we learned that he is a squishy DPS character and he needs physical damage. The things that can proc off of his abilities have nothing to do with potency, so that is not a concern. So looking at what we can do with him, a couple different options. He is a fast character, and you want him to get that third ability off as fast as you can, the Earthquake. So you could put speed on him if you have the speed runes available with a health secondary. You could put a damage set on with a couple different choices in secondaries. You could put a health secondary, you could put a critical chance secondary, you could even put an armor secondary. His 19% magic armor is concerning to me, and it is hard to find armor other than the Southeastern Rune primary as secondary stats that really make a difference. And at 19.89%, he's going to be shredded by like a Freezard or a Cruel, things of that nature. You know, Soleus. So, definitely considering the armor secondary, but, you know, you could put all health on there if you're worried about his survivability. For secondary stats, we definitely want survivability. I think that's where we're going to cover our health. Damage, of course, critical chance, and more speed. So I think the way I'm going to rune him is I'm going to put the damage set on him with the armor secondaries to get that magical armor. I want to get it at least above 21% in that range. Cut down that damage he's taken with his already low health pool. So I will rune him and I will be right back. Okay, we are back. We have a full rune amulet. I went with the damage and the armor set. So what that does is I get an additional 20% armor from that bonus set of 2. So that should help us out greatly. So let's take a look at the runes themselves. I have damage, speed, damage, crit chance, and tenacity. Like that rune a lot for him. I have crit chance, speed primary, crit chance, damage, armor, and health. I have armor, damage, potency, tenacity, and damage. The potency doesn't really do a lot for us on this rune, but we have the damage hit twice here, then we have the other damage percent down there with some tenacity, so pretty good rune. Then I went with the crit chance primary here, giving him an additional 6% crit chance, health, tenacity, speed, and some armor. Then I went with shield, speed, tenacity, damage, hit twice, and health. And then I went with damage again, crit chance, damage, armor, and armor. So let's take a look and see what that did to his stats. We brought up his physical damage 719, bringing it to 3590. That's a very good jump. We brought up his crit chance almost 11% to 35.15%. We brought up his health only 283, but that's okay, because we brought up his physical armor and his magical armor by 6%. His physical armor is now just a notch below 35%, and his magic armor is almost 26%. So that is going to decrease the amount of damage he takes by quite a bit. Then we were able to bring up his shield, 2749, to almost 30,000. So that's way better. His speed, we gave him 29, bringing him up to 168. That's very respectable. And then his tenacity, we gained almost 5%, bringing him to 23.83%. So all in all, I'm pretty happy with what we did. We got his damage up, and we got his speed up, and we increased that armor just so he doesn't get shredded on AoE, magical AoEs. So definitely a plus. So let's talk about the scroll sync into Puncherface. Now remember, we got Puncherface brand new. He is at level 2 on all abilities. So his first ability, Punch, he's dealing 115% of physical damage to an enemy. Now, if he goes up to level 3, he gains a 20% chance to recover 10% turn meter, and the chance to, and the physical damage and the chance and the turn meter recovered just go up and up. Move 2, Not in the Face, at level 2, deals 160% of physical damage to an enemy and 20% chance to gain Haste. Level 3, we gain physical damage, and then it's chance for Haste, physical damage, and chance for Haste. Third ability is Earthquake. At level 2, it just deals 110% physical damage to all enemies. And we bring the physical damage up until level 6 is where we gain the Inflicts Taunt. So how would I do this? What I would do is I would take his basic, I would start with his basic, and I would take that up to level 3. Thereby in giving us at least a 20% chance to recover 10% turn meter, and I'd leave it there. Then I would move to Not in the Face, and I would take this up to level 4. By taking this to level 4, it gives us a 30% chance to gain Haste, which is just more speed. Plus the physical damage going up to 260% is nice. Then, what I would do here is I would leave Earthquake alone for the time being. Just leave it right at level 2. Then I would come over to Demonic Haste. His passive ability at level 2, he increases his speed by 6. I'm going to take that to level 4. 12 gain on his speed is big. So, I have this at level 3. I have this at level 4. This is still at level 2. And then this is at 4. So then to top it off, I'm coming to Earthquake, and I'm taking that all the way to level 6. Then I'm taking Not in the Face to level 6. Then I am taking Demonic Haste to level 6. And then I'm going to come back and finish off his Punch ability to level 6. That is how I would do it. And the reason being is because before you invest in his Earthquake ability, you want to make sure that the other moves are functioning, at least give you a chance to function at their full capacity, which we do. Then we give him a 12 speed bump, which will make him go quicker. Then we come back to Earthquake, we finish that off, we get that to level 6 so we can get the taunt, and we just keep progressing from there. Okay, YouTube, that's what I got for you. That is Puncherface the Demon. Next up on the list is the final demon, which is Venomate. So I will get Venomate out, hopefully shot tonight, and out to you guys tomorrow. Then I'm going to be going back to do a couple of the fan request videos, and then I got a couple top 5 videos I want to get out. And then I'm going to sprinkle in there, in between them, more of the revamped Noob series. So if there's a player or a champion that you guys would really like to see, leave me a comment in below so I can make sure I work that in faster for people out there. Again, if you're not part of the XMG family, become part of that XMG family. Click that subscribe button, turn on notifications, blah, 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 blah. Shameless plug out of the way. You won't regret it, because you won't miss out on a thing coming your way. So leave me some comments. I always respond. Try to get back to everybody as fast as I can. I got the Discord server up and running. Link is in the description below. Thank you for everybody who's joined on there. I love y'all. See you on the next one. I'm out.